In this video, we're going to talk about the DC Ply, their price-conscious, camber-dominant parkboard. This is a deck that I love, and it's gotten high rankings from me in the past. It's won an award from me in the past. It's one of those boards that I know it dominates the whole park. It's got snap, it's got pop, it's lively where it needs to be, yet stable enough to land a big jump or cruise the whole mountain. It's another one of those boards that I feel is underrated, and there's a bunch of those from DC, so maybe you should be looking at them. Talking to you. Yeah, you right there watching right now. You're thinking about this board. Why don't you just fucking pull the trigger and buy it from one of my affiliates? Seriously, buy it from one of my affiliates. I need the money. This board features DC's locked and loaded camber, which is traditional camber into flat right before the up kick in the tail. This makes it a little more loose out at the tips, a little more playful. It's easier to engage. You're still going to get that snap and response out of the traditional camber of the board, but you're not going to have that edge bite out at the tips. This board is available in both regular and wide sizes. The Ply comes in at just below a middle of the road park flex. So you have flex on the tips, stiffer underfoot, more flex between the feet, and a decent amount of torsional flex that overall matches the total flex of this board. It's not the most stable or damp board out there, but it gets the job done if you're riding around the park or just hitting a groomer. You get into choppier, rutted out terrain, you're probably going to get bucked around. That's just how it happens with a board of this nature. The Ply is one of those boards you have to load up to get snap from, and it's solid. I mean, for a board that's not quite middle of the road in terms of park flex, this board snaps like that. It snaps like a high-end park board, actually. You can ollie off anything or over anything in your path, and that carries over to jumps. Small, medium, large. This is a board if you want to send it a little harder, just know you're going to go a little further with it. This is a board that doesn't suck at hitting jumps. So the thing to notice with the Ply is there's an ever so slight flat spot, which is the sweet spot, and that softer flex really lets you lock into presses, and you're gonna feel it. So if you're out on the snow and you want to press, find that sweet spot. It's not big, but if you engage it perfectly, you're gonna butter your little heart out. And that carries over to jibbing. This is a board that if you know how to jib and you know where the sweet spot is, you're gonna be able to lock into presses. And having traditional camber, the board will hug a rail and slide it with ease. It's one of those boards that you definitely want to be aware of how you're going to press and what trick you're going to do, but you don't have to always bring your A game. I mean, I recommend it, but that's neither here nor there. There is snap and rebound in this board. You're going to feel the pop out of anything you do, whether you're pressing or just doing a 50-50. This board will pop out of any type of jib or butter. While I never got this board to buckle when I was carving with it, you might be able to. It's got a flex pattern and a side cut to it that really lets you engage a carve, but you could probably oversteer it. And there's really nothing wrong with it. This is just a board that you gotta understand it does have limitations. I just personally didn't find them, which makes it more well-rounded. And when I was doing short, tight, quick turns or long drawn-out carves, this board was solid. It didn't suck. So for the price, this is actually a really well-rounded board, and I think a lot of people tend to overlook it. This board is definitely for the park rider that wants camber in their life. Someone that's on a budget, wants a meat and potato board that doesn't suck. As I've already stated, this is a board that for the budget gets overlooked, and it's solid. So don't overlook it, don't sleep on it. This is a really fun park board. What other decks are comparable to it? The Niche New, the Interior Plane Project Haro, the Dinosaurs Will Die Larson, the Arbor Westmark Camber, need to stress the camber aspect of that, the K2 Bottle Rocket, and the GNU Space Case. Alright, so now you've decided what snowboard you're going to get, and you're going to decide where you're going to buy it. If you're shopping local, awesome. Slap your local shop guys a high five and tell them they're killing it. But for those of you that are buying online, why don't you shop from one of the links we have down below? That way you support us and you get a deal on your snowboard. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below. That way you're getting a notification. And I'll see you guys in another video.